Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ali Haider Mayasar. I am a student of Sindh University campus Ladkana. I am studying in BS English Department 2K20 batch. My roll number is 8. So as you know that this year our examination is taking place online. So we have to make a presentation video and send it to our teachers. So for that reason I am making this video of philosophy. I will discuss on four topics. First is Thales, second is Anaximander, third is Anaximanders, and last is Plato. So I am going to start my first topic about Thales. So Thales was born in 624 BC and died in 546 BC. Thales is the father of philosophy. He was the first philosopher in history. He says there is life in everything. This thought came to his mind when he saw the mud. He saw flowers, trees, grass, insects which are growing from mud. Then he said everything is full of life. If we look today in modern science, we will know Thales was right because we can see through help of microscope, bacteria, virus. So these are living things. Thales was a natural philosopher. We can say him also a scientist. He surprised and amazed the people of his time. He gave a prediction that a few days later, on a specific day, there will be an eclipse. And it happened on that day, and the people were amazed. Thales was very fond of mathematics. He discovered a lot of things that come true. He was the first person who divided a circle into two parts, so it makes sense that the time that divides a circle and passes through its center, so its diameter. He dropped a triangle in that which was touch its circumference, or its one side was diameter. He explained that, however, if further draw this triangle, its angle will become, which is opposite of diameter, will be a 19 degree. Then he proved it with same triangle. If two triangles are equal, their one side will equal to it. Means there are is also equal. Thales present Thales theorem, which is still basis of trigonometry today, which is known as Thales theorem. By the help of Thales theorem, we can estimate of any tower building. He said he would find the height of Egyptian tower. How does it long? So he waited that time when his shadow was equal to his length. Then at the same time he measured the length of the shadow of the tower. Then he said the length of his shadow would be the same. A very important question on which every philosopher thinks, that how man thinks, how he moves, how he decides. Thales thought that man makes its own decision, is capable of moving itself. So because man makes his own decision, then he also thought that there is a soul in the animals. He further said that if magnet moves, then there is a soul in it. He said that there is a soul in everything which can move. Thales' greatest thought was that everything is made of water. He was somewhat right because man has 17% water in his body, but he thought that all mountains, forests, sky, clouds are made of water. The people of Greece were terrified of earthquakes. They thought that when their gods agree with them, then earthquakes would come. He was first man to say, no, it's not. Earthquakes do not come when our gods are angry. But he thought that earth is also made of water, and this is floating upon water. When the waves comes in water, we feel like there is an earthquake. Thales was the first philosopher who discovered philosophy and science. His student Anaximander continued his work. So, this was my first topic. Now I am moving on my second topic, Anaximander. Anaximander was born in 610 BCE and he died in 446 BCE. He was the student of Thales. He was a resident of Maltese. He was also a teacher in Milesian school. Like his teacher Thales, he had also the same idea that the universe is made of from one thing, but he disagreed with Thales on this matter that what is one thing from this universe is made of. Anaximander believed that the whole universe is not made of water, rather it is made of something else that he named Aprion. Aprion is boundless and infinite substance. Earth, water, fire, air all come out from Aprion. And the result of Aprion, opposites are created in the universe, like man, woman, life, death, day, night, black, white, all things in the universe created by their opposites. Due to this, Anaximander gave the theory of unity of opposite. Anaximander was the first to consider the sun a huge mass that was far away from Earth. He told the sun is so far away from us that even though sun is so big, but we see small. He also said that different planets that revolve around the earth have different speed. It is said that Anaximander made the first map of the world, although the map is not accurate, by the way on that time the map was accurate. Anaximander represents the theory of evolution. His thought was that the start of human is from water and mud. Man was in the first instance fish living in the water and marine animal migrate to the land and their funds by adaptation becomes a members. Greeks tell us that Anaximander was the teacher of Pythagoras. Maybe it's true or not. Although Anaximander was also involved in the politics of Maltese. So now I have completed my second topic. Now I am going to start my third topic, which is on Anaximenes. Anaximenes was born in 585 BCE and he died in 525 BCE. Anaximenes was a resident of Maltese. He was a student of Anaximander. Anaximenes also thought, like Thales and Anaximander, that this universe is made of from one substance, but it is neither water nor Aprion. It is air. Air was the primary substance. When the air becomes cool, it becomes a water. And when it gets colder, it becomes ice. And when it gets coldest, it becomes rock. And when air becomes warm, it becomes fire. However, air is also basis of life. How did the idea come to Anaximander's mind that air is basis principle of life? Anaximenes states that death occurs when breathing stops. Maybe that's why Anaximenes said that soul of human or anything is air. Like Thales, Anaximenes thought that the earth is floating, but Thales said that earth is floating upon water. And Anaximenes said that earth is floating upon the air. When the air becomes ups and down, the earthquake happens. Like his teacher Anaximander, he had also same idea that the sun and moon are made of the same substance from which the earth is made. That was a correct thing to say because at that time no one knew from which substance the sun and the moon were made. Most people thought that the sun and moon were gods, but Anaximenes replied, no, they are not gods, they are made of earth. Anaximenes came up with a great idea. He said, if universe is cosmos, then a single man is microcosmos. Anaximenes took his teacher Anaximander's unity of opposite. He said, continuism of change occurs as a result of a war of opposite. The change we see in the world has happened because dialectics. Thales, Anaximander, and Anaximenes were first philosophers. They started new tradition of thinking, which we now call philosophy. So now I have completed my 3 topics. Now I am moving toward my last topic, Plato. Plato was born in 427 BCE and he died in 347 BCE. I am talking about on that personality who is most influenced in philosophy. A student of Socrates, Plato. His real name was Aristocles. He was called Plato because he was a great wrestler. Plato means broad. In 3087 BCE, Plato founded a philosophical school called Academy, named after the Greek hero Academius. Now the word academy is used in everywhere where a person learns. And we call academics who teach. All this we have given from Plato. Plato opened his academy near the city of Athens, and there he taught philosophy, mathematics, and there was also discussed about music, logic, metaphysics, and epistemology. Even they play sports there. One English mathematician said the safest general characterization of the Europe philosophical tradition is that it consists of a series of footnotes of Plato. Because Plato wrote on every topic which is still concealed, he was great knowledge. Of philosophy. Plato always helped his teacher Socrates. He described Socrates' life and his sacrifices, and also he explained Socrates' method. Plato is the first philosopher who gave us complete system of philosophy. For example, his epistemology that is very connected. This leads to the conclusion of what is his aesthetics principles, politics. The discovery of the previous philosopher was sometimes in mathematics, sometimes in cosmology, so they were not trying to create a complete system. So Plato is the first holistic philosopher, and that sense is the work of Plato. Further, we can say that he was a literary genius of his era. His literature work is really appreciable, and also still people read it. Plato wrote in the form of his writing in dialogue, just as Socrates had a way of writing. So Plato also did come. Often his main character or hero was Socrates. Plato never represents himself as a hero. He always keep him away from these dialogues. He was really a great person who writes in everything. So, Alhamdulillah, I have completed my presentation video of philosophy. I am really thankful to Ma'am Fazia Noor who gave us a lot of time. And thank you, ma'am. Assalamu alaikum.